Hey everyone, it's Kelly. I'm inviting you into my house and my kitchen to help inspire you to make healthy food an obvious choice. I'm going to walk you through my pantry, freezer, and overall kitchen as a whole to give you some ideas and hopefully inspiration of what you can buy or change in your house and why. So here we come. Not gonna lie, this is like the 10th time I've done this, but I'm not sure how well it's gonna record, so let's hope. All right, so on my counter here, I have a slow cooker. I use the slow cooker 2 to 3 times a week because it makes healthy eating really easy, fast, and hands off. So in my slow cooker right now, I have, it's like a German dish. It's a a jar of sauerkraut from Thrive Market. It is crate-free pork tenderloin, and it is a package of cauliflower rice from the freezer. And I put salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, not ginger, garlic, and like 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. It's overall lean dish, but adding that butter helps balance it out and helps create satiety for the meal overall. Over here on my shoulder are cookbooks that I've filtered. I've had so many cookbooks. I recommend before buying a cookbook, try it out from the library. Make sure you like the recipes. I've failed myself a few times on just buying them from Amazon and then realizing I didn't want to cook any of the options there. But this one's a pretty old cookbook, old meaning it's about 8 years old, but it's such good recipes. They're all paleo, so they're dairy-free, gluten-free, grain-free, but they're really satisfying and super easy to make. Diane, the author, is really good with spices. She actually now owns Balanced Bites Spice Company and pre-made meals, and those are great options too. But if I'm in a food rut, I will come over to my cookbook shelf and pull something off and just get inspiration. I have Post-it notes at the top of there, and so I already have pages marked where I know my husband likes the food, my kids do, and I do as well. So slow cooker, easy peasy. Cookbooks, always helpful. On my counter here, I have this Nutribullet. I make a lot of smoothies, and lately I've been doing some fat coffees just to extend my morning fat a little bit, and I just blend some cold brew coffee with some MCT powder. But I also make some quick smoothies, which brings me over to this section here. This is kind of like my spice and smoothie station. I use these glass jars, which are from Costco, and they help me utilize more space in my pantry. So use clear jars to help you get organized. Here on the bottom, I have vanilla collagen. I have cocoa powder if I want some chocolate smoothies certain time of the month. I want more chocolate. We need more magnesium certain times of the month. And then I have some dried crunchy goods to put on top of my smoothie to help me eat the smoothie, help my brain register that meal. And here are cocoa nibs, pumpkin seeds in the back. Here's sunflower seeds and actually sprouted watermelon seeds, and then unsweetened coconut. Those are things I add maybe into my oatmeal bowl or my smoothie, which brings me to these oats. These oats, I was eating pretty consistently. Now that the weather's getting warmer, I'm moving towards a smoothie. But those oats are sprouted and certified gluten-free, and they're the only oats actually I've had in a long time that do not spike my blood sugar. And the brand, I actually have the package here in the bottom of my pantry. The bottom's just kind of like surplus items, but this is the brand right here. And I get them at Costco. You can get them at Amazon or Thrive Market as well. Furthermore, again, this is just kind of condiments, spices, so forth, that, you know, is not always in visual, but maybe I need to restock my oats or whatever it may be. These two sections of my pantry are for my kids. They're at their eye level. So what's at eye level is the most influential of what they may want to eat. So I invested in all of these jars. I got some of them at like TJ Maxx, some of them online, probably Costco as well, but they're so handy. And then what they are here is just whole real food snacks. I want my kids to opt for more whole real blood sugar friendly snacks than not, but they're kids, they're human. And I shouldn't provide, too much restriction, but just give them good influence. But here is 3 Wishes cereal. It's grain-free, sugar-free, dye-free. Here are baked garbanzo beans. It's a brand that I got at Costco, and they go so well on a salad. These are some fun seeds that I got at Thrive Market. They taste like peanuts. I don't know what they're called because they're so rare, but I don't tolerate peanuts, so I gave them a try, and they're pretty good. Here's pistachios. Our kids love pistachios. Here's dried fruit. When you get dried fruit, you want to make sure you read the ingredient list. It should only be the fruit. The ingredients of that is just strawberries. It shouldn't be sulfites. It should not be coated sugar and so forth. We have macadamia nuts, really healthy, high fat. nut, and then I have black bean pasta here from Trader Joe's, which we enjoy a lot with olive oil. I have my avocado oil, and I have my olive oil, quick to grab. I have olive oil planted throughout my house. It's funny, we have some on our kitchen table, here in the pantry, over by my smoothie stuff. We eat a lot of olive oil. And then I always have some bone broth soup that if I need a super quick lunch, I can just crack that open, heat it up, and eat it. So this is kind of the kids section. This is the healthy whole food choices that is exactly at their eye level. But then I have more snacks down here. In my pantry since 2020, I took out some of these crates of snacks and filled sections with drinks. The more options we have for snacks, the more we may eat them. So I created space for drinks to remove all of the temptation. While there's still a number of options in here for the kids to eat, I, reduced their options overall. Over here are just some of the grain-free pastas that we like. Like I have lentil-based spaghetti noodles. I love this brand Cybele pasta. I get it from Whole Foods or Thrive Market, but it has like pasta with cauliflower in it, or beets, or sweet potato, or carrots, or parsnip. Just an easy way to get extra nutrients in. And again, with our pasta, we mainly just do sea salt and olive oil. On the top shelf here, I just have like salsa and beans and nut butters that I may need. I have coffee. Again, when I open up the shelf, coffee is the first thing I see. I only drink 1 coffee a day. I'm pretty caffeine sensitive. So if I'm hungry, maybe that's like my barrier number 1. If I need a snack, barrier number 2 is like resort to the fridge where there's healthier whole food options. But I also have things, if I want to round out my lunch, add some crunch, spice, salt. I love flackers with some avocado or cheese. Here's some freeze-dried onion, super good on a salad. I like my salads to have a lot of texture and a lot of flavor. These are freeze-dried raspberries, and I actually use these in some fat bombs that I made, but they also go really well in a massaged kale salad. I have rice cakes for a vehicle of nut butters from Thrive Market, and then I have like some seaweed snacks, super high in iodine, great for the thyroid. I have some cheese bites here. These are like the Wisp that are pretty popular, and I will throw those in pasta with just some olive oil. It's really good. And then I have jerky, and then I have some bars that work well for me that are high protein, made of real food, and low carb. And I have those options for like tomorrow. Tomorrow's soccer. We have like a zillion things going on. So I probably will grab a bar, an apple, and a jerky and call that lunch. I will eat a larger breakfast or dinner, but we need to have these grab and go options that are real food so we don't resort to McDonald's or a drive-through that throws off our goals. So I showed you my smoothie section, my slow cooker, which I use a lot. I will do all kinds of stuff in the slow cooker, from the German dish I did there, but I'll do a jar of marinara and then also a carton of coconut milk and make a creamy tomato soup. So easy. I will throw in dried lentils and a carton of bone broth, and that'll be a high fiber protein side dish to have throughout the week for dinner. The slow cooker is so amazing. Gotta let my pup out. And it's wonderful. I like hands-off meals as much as possible. Let me peek into my fridge with you guys, and then I'll let you go, but let me give you a few more tips. We clearly love butter. Kerrygold butter is made from grass-fed cows, which have extra vitamin A, D, E, and K. It also has extra conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, and that's a fatty acid that helps fight cancer, weight loss, and so much more. Here's like the bone broth. You guys, I'm not making my bone broth by myself. I'm using cartons. Here's another great brand from Trader Joe's. I always have 100% lemon on hand to add to a soup, to a fish or chicken at the end, or throw it in that kale salad. And then I always have olives. And then these are really good. If you guys want a link to this, I can send you a link of some powdered greens just to get like a serving of vegetables in a day through a drink from my Full Script account. Kind of obvious stuff here, but let's see. Salad spinners, they help keep salad fresher longer. In the back corner here, I have flax meal. You want to keep all your seeds in the fridge as much as possible. Flax meal, chia, hemp. Over here and here, I have Roasted vegetables, I'm using avocado oil, roasting vegetables at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. And these are vegetables I will literally just throw in my food processor, slice it up, throw it on the baking sheet, a 10-minute ordeal, bake for 40, easy peasy. But I always want roasted vegetables in the fridge for when I'm like grabbing a quick lunch. And I always have protein sources in the fridge too. So I have some grass-fed hot dogs, I have some organic turkey breast deli meat, and I have some cheese. I always have a variety of vegetables, again, for the sheet pans or salads. And then here's more hemp seeds, chia seeds. Let's see, I got Brazil nuts, and so forth. I have avocados always. I usually keep one out so it can get soft and not turn brown immediately like they typically do. But then I will pull them out as I need them. I love this protein source. This is my favorite cottage cheese, and I'll eat that so many ways. I might throw it on my salad, and so forth. So I think that's pretty much my tips for the fridge. And then in my freezer, down at the bottom, I have a deep freezer downstairs, and in my deep freezer downstairs where I have all of my frozen vegetables, more frozen berries, I have frozen burgers, fish burgers, salmon burgers, beef burgers. I have all kinds of grass-fed kielbasa. My kids love, and my family loves, sheet pan dinners with kielbasa. But I'll just show you a few things I have in here. Why not, right? In this section, it's pretty full than usual. And this section here is just my smoothie stuff. Again, more frozen protein sources. I love these chicken fingers, especially for nights that I'm like, I need something fast, and I don't want to cook. I have gluten-free waffles. If my kids eat those, I'm a big fan of no naked carbs. So I either have them put grass-fed butter on it or peanut butter or eat nuts with it on the side. I have plenty of frozen fish in here. I cook most of my fish from frozen. And that's pretty much it. But set yourself up for success. Stock your freezer and your pantry with foods that can be Plan B dinners, and do your best at sketching out some dinners you can make for the week. That's where this tool comes in. This is my food log. It can help you meal plan and then reflect that meal plan onto a grocery list. For grocery lists, I do recommend the app AnyList. AnyList, I will divide up grocery lists based on the grocery store I want to shop at, and I'll just click as I load my cart. But let's say my kitchen's empty of food, and I'm like, gosh, I need groceries, but I don't know what I need. I'll just look at the past things I've had at each store, and maybe I'll be like, oh yeah, we're out of those chicken fingers. Oh yeah, we're out of eggs, and I'll just unclick it. So it's like so fast, like a minute to build a grocery list. So use tools that make this entire process efficient, and feel more like self-care and not a chore. Another thing with this food log is it can help you be accountable to what you're eating. You can forecast what you want to eat for the whole week or for the day in advance, and just stick to the plan that you write out. Letting my dog back in. It help you plan meals for the week, and it'll also help you be reflective of how your food is working for you or against you. It can help you look for trends or identify food sensitivities. 75% of us have food sensitivities, and food sensitivities can show up immediately or 72 hours later. So it's pretty tricky. And that's why I like how this is a week bird's eye view of what can work for you. I'm going to put a handful of resources beneath in my comments section. And let me know if you have questions. I have a freebies tab of awesome handouts on my website. I have them posted up in my pantry, and I always tell clients to have this good fats and bad fats handout printed in their pantry so they don't have to remember all the information. They can just read it. And I have this great handout, influences of where food is in our environment. Again, it's all about putting healthy food at eye level, putting our treats and more an extra step to get. So I love chocolate. I love Hue chocolate. I put it in a different section. So when I go to get a snack, I don't see treats and my snack options. I just see my snacks. So those great handouts are on my website, and definitely utilize them. kellyschmidtwellness.com. Let me know your questions. Let me know if you like this, and I hope you feel inspired and more motivated to make healthy food the obvious choice.